Hello, everyone. It's Mark Gilliard again, and I want to welcome you to your new favorite song here on AIM Country Music Television. My guest today is singer, songwriter, and performer extraordinaire, Joe Hermes. He tries to make sure that all of his songs mean something to someone. He excels at telling a heartfelt story, and he can pull off a pretty and melodic song. But he leans heavily toward country rock. He calls his style gunpowder country, and you'll soon see that he's carved out his own niche in the genre. He shared the stage with Ward Davis, Colby Cooper, and Kenzie Rose. He's opened for rockers Head East, Jackal, and Lita Ford. In the 6 short years he's pursued a musical career, he already has more than 115,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. Joe's here today to talk about the video for his song, Outgun the Outlaw. So let's get him in here right now to talk about what might just be your new favorite song. Joe Hermes, welcome back to the program.
Hey, Mark, glad to be here, buddy.
And we're glad to have you. Great to see you again. Our last visit was back in the spring. That doesn't sound that long ago, but you've been busy. You've had at least 6 major singles released over that time period. But even though we already know you pretty well around here, the audience is always growing. So let's kick this off with an intro. Just take over and tell us all about you.
Well, I'm a singer-songwriter out of Central Illinois, and I've been doing the Illinois to Nashville commute here for about this will be my 6th year, and I just didn't really start playing and pursuing this till about 6 years ago. I was busy, with other things in life, but then the creative side of me was never resting easy, and so I decided that I was going to start songwriting and played a show here in my hometown. And this guy just happened to be coming through from Nashville and asked if I had a demo. And I said, well, nothing I really want to give you. And he said, well, I'll tell you what, come down to Nashville. I'll put you around some folks I know. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, no big deal. And, it was kind of a dream come true because I've been waiting a long time to hear something like that, from my high school rock band. And, those days after high school where I was doing the band, the hard rock scene for a long time. And then got out of it, and then life happened, and had some more stuff to write about, and all of a sudden the country music started making more sense. So now I've kind of settled into this country rock, or as I call it, rock country vibe, and working with Kat and her team down in Nashville, we've labeled the genre gunpowder country because there is the singer-songwriter storytelling side of it. But then all those songs, a lot of those songs seem to light off in the choruses like rock songs, which is second nature for me. So that's kind of where I come from, and just trying to find my way and work with awesome people like yourself, and just trying to do the deal.
Exactly. I've been listening to your catalog to, get up to date with you. You really lean in unapologetically to the country rock sound.
Oh, yeah.
You're carving out your own little corner for the Joe Hermes sound.
Yeah.
What are some of your favorite creations you've done over the last few months?
Oh man, they're like your kids. You spend a lot of time writing them, and you have different ones that you like more about this and that and the other. But I'm partial to the one we're getting ready to talk about today. This is one that when my son and I are riding around on Saturdays, I last spring I believe we talked about Baptized by the South, and in that music video, I had the opportunity to drive one of those Dodge Challengers. Well, my son talked me into buying one this summer, so now our whole Saturday weekend thing is cruising in the Challenger, and he always plays this song "Outgun the Outlaw." I would say this and probably Baptized by the South are two songs that really encompass who I am as a person, and I love them all. I mean, I'm involved in every one of these songs to the point where, it's just there's huge emotional attachment, and they're coming from a real place. I'm not sitting in a room trying to think about, well, what would a guy like this do? It's like, no, these are all parts of Joe, I'm just excited to show them to the world.
Sure, sure. Well, we're here to talk about your new release, Outgun the Outlaw. Why don't you tell us a little bit about the tune before we jump into the video?
Yeah, so I was sitting at the house, and I started picking the guitar, and I just felt something coming on, like I do every so often, something I needed to say. And and it was last summer, and I'd had a busy spring, and we had a festival that was going to be probably the biggest show to date for myself and the band, and we ended up getting canceled, getting weathered out, and it crushed me to the point where I really was deciding whether I wanted to keep doing this or not because of how much time and energy. Yeah, it was heartbreaking. It was heartbreaking.
Wow, that is a crisis.
Yeah, I mean, you work so hard at this stuff, and you're
Yeah.
putting your heart out there, and you're fighting tooth and nail to meet new people and gain new fans. And I really had a come to Jesus moment, and I had to circle back around to why I really wanted to do this. And I found it. And as soon as I did, songwriting started happening again. And then, away we went. And this song, I was sitting in the house, and I was picking on this riff that's actually in the studio, in the album version.
Mm-hmm.
My producer liked it so much. He goes, dude, I just kept what you sent me and just, built the track around it. And I was like, man, that's awesome. Because normally it doesn't really happen like that when I'm sitting in the house, playing it
right
at home. I'm not working off a click or anything like that. And, just shooting him ideas. He's like, dude, you nailed this so well that I just stuck it on the album and built more of the track around it. I'm like, that's awesome. But it's a song that is multifaceted. It's on the surface level, it's kind of an old Western feeling song where there's a kind of the Yellowstone ish vibe where you're in the kind of in the Wild West, and you're having a shootout. Well, the shootout is portrayed between yourself and your loved one, and so I'm drawing that comparison between you get in if you've ever had an argument with girlfriend or your wife or somebody close, and you feel like you're just trying to outdo each other, right? You're trying to weaponize your argument, and so that's the duality of the song. But it actually was written between me and my love for music. Music being the person that I'm dueling with. And so the opening line in that song is, well, it's just you and me dueling with our emotions. And that was the opening line. And then the song just came together. And it's really about my fight with the music industry and trying to do what I'm trying to do. But it lended itself well to the lovers' quarrel, and or just on the surface level, a kind of an old Western vibe for an old West shootout.
Well, it's a great song and a really great video. I'd love to play it. What do you think?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Outstanding. You're watching Joe Hermes' video for Outgun the Outlaw on AIM Country Music Television.
Well, it's just you and me, dueling with our emotions, living on the outskirts seems to left this ghost town smoking. The way the weather's blowing, baby, I'm getting tired. The way our life keeps going round after round. It's time to go down the walls at sundown. We draw. You wanna lay 'em down, or you wanna outgun the outlaw. Let the gun smoke clear away. My heart's been wounded. There's always a price to pay when one of us walks out loaded. The way the wagons circle, headed for another fight, praying for a miracle. Let's wave the white flag at sunrise. Outgun the outlaw, turn and run like a renegade. Outgun this outlaw. You wanna take a shot, baby? Just fire away. Yeah. Just fire away. This outlaw, turn and roll like a renegade. Out here, you're a quick draw. You wanna take a shot, baby? Wanna take a fire away? Yeah, just fire away. Take your best shot. Just fire away. Just fire away. Just fire away.
I like it. I see you wrangle our old friend, country singer Colt Barber, to co-star in this. That must have been fun. Tell us about the team that put this together.
Right. Well, it was a ton of fun. I'd never met Colt. And you know, I pitched this idea to Kat about you know, setting up you know, having some fun with it and kind of drawing the feel like it's back in the, you know, like an old in the old West. And what, you know, we're she right away knew. She goes, well, I got the perfect setting for this, you know. And she called the Colt, and he was happy to oblige. And then we thought, you know, let's take it a step further and just circle the whole thing around a poker game, you know. And so you got Colt, who's like the, you know, he's kind of like the villain who's cheating in this thing. And you know, my wife, you know, the Bonnie and Clyde type of thing. It's like he's trying to outgun the outlaw, and you know, I'm the real outlaw, where we catch him cheating, and we end up, you know, stealing the whole pot and walking out. So, pardon me. Yeah, it was so much fun. And then once we got Andy Evinger involved, you know, he went to work, and Andy and I really work well together. You know, he shot all of my videos this year, and we just seem to really know what each other's saying. And it just, I mean, the shoot just came together beautifully. It was a lot of fun. I mean, it was the most fun I've ever had on a video shoot. And then to bring my wife into it, and our lead guitar player, Jerry, you know, poor Jerry, he just, he'd never been in a music video like that. And he just, we had a lot of fun. It was just good old fun, and to kind of put on the act, if you will, and dress up, you know, the way we did, and you know, seemed to work. And that, you know, and that was kind of Kat's idea, to circle it around the poker game. So I think it works, and
It does.
we had a blast shooting it.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable video without digging into deeper meanings and, you know, what it was about. It's just an enjoyable video to watch.
Yeah, the aesthetics, I thought, worked really nice.
Yeah, and I should mention that I really admire Jerry's guitar playing. He's quite the picker.
Isn't he something?
He has I can't remember what song it is, but there's a song where he's doing like hammer on and all kinds of stuff. It sounds more like Van Halen than country rock. It's a
Oh yeah.
pretty impressive right out there in the middle of it. It's great.
Well, and you go back and if you listen to any of the old Southern rock stuff, like with Dale Oliver, my producer, he was in the Outlaws, I mean, and so he's an original, member of the Outlaws, and that ripping lead guitar stuff is what we really wanted to focus on because things run in cycles, and we're not trying to do anything in particular. We just do what we like, and it seems to come together when you got I grew up, was growing up in the 80s and 90s, and so it really it was really a great fit for him and I to find each other, and then creatively try to take it to a 2024 2025 new edge type of country rock music.
Well done, because it really does. You don't lose the feel of the song at all, but you also mesh in that truly modern take on guitar.
Yeah, and it satisfies the old rockers in us. Like that's the nice thing about it. So, and that's what I enjoy about all these songs is
Well, you seem to be doing pretty well. 6 years, and you're at 113,000 monthly listeners on Spotify. You've obviously found the tribe, so I think you're on the path.
I'm trying, brother. It's the same old thing. I mean, I'm so stubborn. I'll just keep doing it until either I die or somebody tells me to stop and forces me to, and I don't see that happening because I may not be everybody's cup of tea, but I sure am some people's cup of tea, and I just lean on that, and you can't be everything to everybody.
Right, exactly. Well, before we wrap this up, tell us where to find you online, on stage, and where we can buy or listen to all of your music.
Absolutely. So it's Joe Hermes Music. That's what my handles on all the social medias. Come find me. Love to have you guys along for the ride. Reach out, communicate. That stuff means a lot. But yeah, Joe Hermes Music, joehermesmusic.com. And then on the, on all the streaming services, we have updates on upcoming shows as well as the site. And yeah, I look forward to meeting more of your listeners and viewers, I guess.
I think more people will be following you every day.
Yeah, well, bring it on.
Well, thanks for coming on the program, Joe. It's been great. The door is always open for you.
I appreciate it, Mark. Thank you so much for the time.
You're welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, Joe Hermes. So, what do you think? Is Outgun the Outlaw going to be your new favorite song? This has been Mark Gilliam for AIM Country Music Television. Thanks for watching.